G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance with Mags. And continuing on from the last episode, we are about to see whether or not we can find out exactly what's going on in regards to the crimps. And the gate is open into the fence. Exactly what's going on in regards to the recruiting, and maybe even who's behind it. So, our mission here, or the information that we got at least, was very simple. That if the church lights are on after dark and the gate's open, we should be able to go inside. And we've got to kneel in front of the altar, and it should be taken from there. It is very dark in here, so I think we've come up into the wrong area. So we want to be downstairs. Oh, it doesn't matter. The fact that it's unlocked is telling us something. Where is the downstairs entrance? Nope, 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 nope. Here, and the door is wide open. Okay, I think we can put the that away and get the shield back out, just in case. Pretty church. Pay indulgence, 319 groschen. No. Alright. Let's see what happens.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Roll credits.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
I hear you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like. People talk.
Oh, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
I don't recall his name, but he was one of your friends. He said that he couldn't take me straight to you, that I had to go through the church.
He was right about that. But he still said more than he should have.
I know my way around. You won't go wrong with me.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Why do you want Pius dead?
Who's Pius? And why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us, but he fucked up.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. A few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
I have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Oh, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister, or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
Well, this is interesting. Wonder if Pius is the one that's actually running everything from inside of the monastery, and they might be trying to wipe him out now. Sacrilege. Don't you have any other tests? What does pious look like? And how can I get into the cloister?
And how am I supposed
Start
to
with
get into the
basics.
cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of St. Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you somehow. I'd try talking to him if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine-looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is, and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him straight to hell.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
We're better. There's more wine there than in the royal cellars. And I doubt he's suddenly stopped drinking.
Murder someone in the monastery, that's sacrilege. Don't you have to pass other tests? What does pious look like? I'll do it, but let's go over the plan again first. That's too much, I won't do it. Part of me wants to go in there just to find out who this guy is and see if he's the cause of everything that's going on inside of the monastery. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind killing these guys, just taking their stuff and seeing if they've got any information on them that can get me to this camp. I'm sure one of them should have information on them somewhere, so it might be a little bit better. But I am curious about what's going on in that monastery. I don't really care much that it's
So I've
sacrilege.
got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done. But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it. And where should I bring it?
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
can at
kill
least
some
say a
people
few
here.
Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember, we'll be keeping tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright? See you later.
Okay. Oh, a new level in speech and a new level in vitality. Poverty, chastity, and obedience is the new quest. Talk to the young man who's supposed to enter the monastery. Enter the monastery as a novice. Didn't catch all of that. Tell Sir Radzig what the bandits want you to do. That would fall into the don't run off thing, I would imagine. And that's back at Rattay. And that would, that would definitely be there. Alright, so the young man's supposed to be up at the inn. It should be easy enough. Well, we can at least go talk to the young bloke and see what he's got to say. Finding the way around in the dark is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Should be a bridge up here to the left. Anyways, so we've got to find this guy and we've got to kill him. That's all they want us to do. Just murder a bloke. Now the killing's not so much of an issue, but yeah, I am really curious about who this guy is, considering we know there's somebody in the monastery that has been causing, well, a few issues, let's just say. Now they say this guy stole some money and ran. What if he didn't? What if he's actually the one that's organising everything up in the monastery, and because our investigations have actually caused some problems, we're, well, they're now pulling the plug on a lot of it. Anyways, regardless, we're going to do a bit of a save here, because I've got an injured hand at the moment, so we probably need to deal with that. Farmhand, townsman. Okay, so none of those are useful. Where is the owner? Other than not around. Place all seems to be locked up. Oops, it seems to have been unlocked. It's the alehouse maid. Townsman, innkeeper.
I am honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Yeah, no question about how I got in here, but that's fine. Are you Carl?
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. God be with you.
Oh, that's fine. I want to get a room anyway.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just one night.
Just the one night?
No problem. But you pay in advance.
Yeah.
There you
okay.
are.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud.
You don't need to give me the spiel. I've stayed here a couple of
God
times
be
now.
with you.
Alright, so that's the room cleared, which means I now have actual permission to walk around inside here, which is nice. Alright, so nice fresh day. Now, we did manage to locate Carl last night, but he is still sleeping. And I can't wake him up, I can only cockpit him, so I'm going to wait for him to get out by the fire. So we have another task. Now, it was somewhere over here, I think, just off the side of where the shrine was, where I found those pigs last time. So what we're going to do is go and do a little bit of, yeah, I don't have permission to hunt up here, so it would be poaching. So our game should be somewhere in here, I hope. There's no particular requirements on what kind of meat, just that it had to be meat. remains of some kind of old shack. Don't think I've seen this one before. Interesting sight. What's so interesting about it? It's collapsed. I'm not seeing anything particularly interesting around the place. Huh. Okay, we have Villager's Dogwood bonus. Okay, we'll take those. Bit of piercing arrows, daggers, and another bow. I would say this would be some kind of poacher's den. Dagger, dandelion, kidneys. Roe deer kidneys for the Sasau butcher. Okay, so that sort of catches one. Cave mushrooms. Alright, so that's all this was. It was just some poacher's little supply shack. Which doesn't necessarily mean bad things for us. Alright. So let's see if we can find ourselves some meat for Johanka. And, you know, some skins and stuff for us too wouldn't be bad. A few more kidneys if we can find some deer. That looks like a wild boar. 2 wild boar, in fact. Got one. Damn it. Where is it? This one for a start. 131 boar meat. I'll take my arrow back, thanks. And we actually got everything we needed in one shot there. Damn it. Where did you go? I know I've got everything I actually need, but new level in bow is what I actually wanted. No, I don't need the mace. We don't need to tenderize the meat. Pork liver. I'll take my arrows back, and I'll grab all the meat again. And we are way overloaded. We should have some to sell here as well. Maybe? Ah, there you are. Right, so first spot up here is to get up here to Johanka, and we'll give her the meat, and then we're going to collect the rest off and we'll sell it. We actually should make a reasonable amount out of that too. We should be able to sell it to the blacksmith, generally buys meat. I assume for his own personal usage, and the innkeeper should have some as well, which means we can get some of the money back from the innkeeper. And then hopefully Carl will be out of bed by the time we actually get back there. So, sidekicks, where is all that meat you've got on board? We need a little bit more of it just yet. I should make sure we get the 100 for Johanka. Yeah, there we go. So, where... And the question is, where the hell is she? It's Brother Alice. Nicodemus. Ah, she's over here.
I'm not needed here.
Wait. Wait. Stop walking away. Thank you.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
Doesn't matter.
I brought some meat.
There we go. Okay, confirmed delivery.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
Yeah, get some pork up in you. I see Mrs. complaining about pain.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about
Semek.
pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbors are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
What a bitch.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go. God
Alright,
be with
so
you.
looks like I've got somebody else to go and find, although that is another side quest that we can take care of. Alright, now we have to quickly nick back and find ourselves a fire so we can cook up all this meat and sell it off before somebody realises that we're walking around with about 2 boars worth of poached items. That's going to take way too long. There we go. Now, Townsman, Fresco Master, yeah, we've already spoken to him. We'll quickly talk to the innkeeper.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Oh, I think I can be more of a service to you. Although you haven't got a lot of gold. And I do have a lot of meat. Let's call it 50. Yeah, he doesn't have enough. Oh well. I'll sell that off. And traders enough money, you're willing to accept a lower price? Yes, I am. And that gets me a reputation bonus as well, which is nice. Okay. Now, Carl is taking way too long to get out of bed here. But this should be their items now.
Got bellyache, have you?
And they both decide to get up at exactly the wrong time.
What was that noise?
Not me. Ignore the heavily armored guy standing out on the balcony who was just picking the lock and ran out of the room as you guys got out of bed. Because you decided not to get out of bed until midday, you slack, lazy bastards. And they're both going back to bed. Yep. Let's just not talk to him, and we'll just take the writ and go into the monastery ourselves. It's actually a good thing those were in there. I didn't realise they would be. What else have we got here? Fallen block. What was the other thing we picked up? It was a purse. Manfred's purse. Item info. A purse with coin for young Carl, entrusted to his guardian Manfred, and in the end to me. Yes. Okay, so let's go back up to the monastery. And on the way through, I think we should drop by the blacksmith and see if we can get him to part with more of his money for this meat. Because he will generally buy everything. Actually, he's just over here. One.
Welcome, Henry.
You should be dreading every time I walk in here,
God
Zach,
save you.
because every time I
What
come
can
in
I do
here,
for
I'm
you?
here to take all of your crap. Let's talk trade. Trade is wealth. 0. Yep.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
There you go. Have a chunk of that. Another level in Houndmaster. Actually, before I go up to the monastery, we should take a moment here and I should actually take a look at what I've got on the player. So, main level is 15. Contemplative. Don't really have much else here. Speech. We've got a point in speech we can spend. So, what have we got? Highborn. Increases your speech level by +3 when talking to nobles and wealthy people. You can't have the lowborn perk simultaneously. Lowborn +3 when talking to commoners. Silvertongue. Increases speech skill when haggling. You have a 50% reputation, +1 speech, more easily. That's useful. 50% higher reputation bonus when speaking to women, and a +1 speech bonus. So you can persuade them more easily, and you can get avail of the Bath Wench's services for free. Trustworthy middleman. Merchants will be more willing to buy stolen items from you. Again, useful. I'm going to take that one. Bath Wench's services for free, as well as being able to convince women in the story in a more easy manner, would be very useful. Although we haven't ran into too many women in the main quest yet. But it does open up certain doors. Now, skills. Horsemanship. Strong thighs, warhorse, dreadsteed. If your horse is wounded, it will run faster. Rider in the storm, your horse will be extremely skittish in storms, but will shy less in other weather. Knight, you get 15% damage bonus in mounted combat with both range and melee weapons. Jockey, the horse will never throw you outside of combat. Your horse is faster but carries less weight, can't be combined with a heavy-duty pony perk. Well, I don't want racehorse then. Simple as that. Wouldn't be able to have it anyway. 15% damage bonus in mounted combat with both range and melee weapons. That doesn't sound like a bad option. The horse will never throw you outside of combat doesn't sound bad either, although I don't really have a problem with that. I think taking Knight would be the better option. So I can fire off a couple of arrows from horseback first and get a 15% bonus on them. Hunting. Hunter skill increase the amount of meat and other useful materials you recover from your kill. Antlers, tusks, huntsman. Cause wild animals more damage. Wild at heart. Wild animals will be less skittish when you're close. That's probably more useful for me. Make it a little bit easier to hunt them in the first place. And that's about it. That's all of our points up until this spot. Actually, reputation statistics. Wasn't there one for the Houndmaster? I've only got Nice Doggy. I'm not high enough for Sick just yet. Only level 4. So for those who keep wondering why I'm not using the dog to attack people on command, it's level 5. I'm only a level 4 Houndsmaster. I am working on it. I've got one more level to go and I'll be able to finally pick that up. Okay, so that's got those points sorted out. So let's go up to the monastery and see if we can get entrance. Before we do that, we should probably read that writ just in case. Where is it? Key armors, kit quest items. Monastery. Writ permitting admission to the monastery and acceptance amongst the novice monks. That'll be right here at the front. Most likely this gentleman here, I'd guess. I'm the novice Carl, I'm expected.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery. So there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of St. Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
Fuck no. But I've got to say yes.
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. God be with you.
Well, suppose this should not be too much of a surprise. Alright, so where will that be? what I'm going to do is put everything on the horse except the dagger, which is going to be a pain in the ass because I am carrying so much crap, but that is the way it is going to have to be. We'll drop the app. This is very odd. Ah, maybe this door?
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Okay.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no I won't. The acoustics are pretty good.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam. Et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
I think I might call this one here. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, take care.